Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Monix TV. I trust you're all doing very well. If you're new to my channel, my name is Moyosore, but you can also call me Mo or Monix. On this channel, I talk about everything that has to do with life. I don't have any restrictions. I talk basically about everything. I share my opinions, my ideas. I talk about everything. So if you like my face, you like my personality, you like what I talk about, please make sure you subscribe and watch all my videos if you can. Watch all if you can. And to everyone who has subscribed, those who have always come back to watch my new videos, thank you very much. I appreciate you all. So guys, today I don't have any specific topic that I want to dwell on. I have different topics that I want to speak about. So it's more like me just gisting you guys. So it's about life updates, life as an adult. I want to talk about my friendship trauma. Yes, I want to open up on that. It's it's been long overdue. I think I have been pretending a whole lot. Not like pretending, but I've been struggling with friendship for a while, and I would like to open up about that. I also want to talk about YBFA, a program that I started this year that I will also be doing next year, and I also want to speak on the death of Mohbad. So it's just going to be from one gist to the other today. So I would like to start with life updates. So life updates. So I'll just be talking generally about life as an adult. And to start, this is what I want to start with. In life, whatever you do, whoever you are, whatever family you come from, whatever background you have, whoever you trust in, whatever you do, one thing is very important. In fact, it's the most important thing ever in life. Make sure you have God. I'll repeat myself. Make sure you have God. Capital G-O-D. God. And I say this because generally nobody prepares you for life. Nothing prepares you for life. But the word of God does prepare us for life if we do get to read it. So everybody just comes to life, we don't beg our parents to give birth to us. They give birth to us and then they raise us. Some are fortunate to have parents who raise them. A lot of us, we just got raised one way or the other. But the thing about life is that life comes with a lot of ups and downs. Sometimes in life we have the ups, we have the downs. Sometimes it's a season of celebration, a season of joy, abundance. Life goes on smoothly, and some other times, life comes with temptation, trials, betrayals, loss, sadness. A lot of negativities come in life. And the thing is that, like I said, the Bible gives us a manual. It gives us a manual as to how we can live our lives. And the Bible, or should I say God in the Bible, in his word, has already made it clear to us that in this life, we will have ups and downs. God has already told us that life can never be straight. Your life can never be straight from start to finish. You have ups, downs, ups, downs, ups and downs. So it's something that everyone should expect in life. And really, most of us do experience these ups and downs when we get to, should I say, adulthood. A lot of people start having their own experiences from childhood. You hear a lot of stories about young people losing their parents at an early age, struggling through life, having to walk through life, having to struggle to fend for themselves and all of that. But some people have very fantastic backgrounds. They grew up in a wealthy home, having life all working out for them, having everything at their beck and call. But it gets to a point in time, everything just slows down, things get tough, things get hard. That is just life. That is just life. So personally, I've been experiencing life, the good, the bad, the ugly, and I've just come to realize that in everything, all we need, what is priority, what is number one, is to have God. Because a time might come, I'm not saying it's going to be the same for everybody, but a time might come when you lose everything. And when you lose everything, the good news is that you still have everything. That everything is God, provided you have him. And I'll use the example of Job in the Bible. Job lost every single thing he had. He lost children, he lost his business. The Bible refers to him as the wealthiest man from the East, if I'm correct. Wealthiest man from the East. But at the end of the day, when Satan puts his hands upon Job's life, Job lost everything. He lost everything. It even got to a point where his wife told him, curse God and die. So apparently he lost his wife as well because his wife did not have the same faith as he did. But one thing that Job did not lose was God. His faith in God remained solid. So at the end of the day, Job recovered all. He recovered all, even times 2 of all he had prior to his loss. So life comes with challenges, guys. Life comes with a whole lot. God has not promised anyone smooth sailing life. So sometimes if you struggle with life, or you're in that particular season where everything is tough, maybe you expect that your life should be better within 1 year or 2 years or 3 years, but you still see yourself going through that same hardship for multiple years. From experience, now that I know better, that period is not the period where you should lose your God. It's not that time where you should mess yourself up. It's not that time where you should think of rebelling against God, because when you do, the end result is not good. The end result is never good. It is never good. So life and my personal experiences have taught me that no matter how bad a situation may be, no matter how tough, how do I put it now, how terrible the circumstance may be, hold on to the only and one true God. Because even if you lose all, at the end of the day, you still have everything. You still have everything. So I'm going to stop there. I know most of you, we understand what I'm trying to say, especially if you're an adult and you're going through life. You understand what I'm trying to say. So please have God, you know. Well, next topic that I want to talk about is opening up on my friendship trauma. I call it a trauma because it's really a trauma for me. I have shared the story of one of my best friends in one of my YouTube videos. I will link it up here, so if you want to watch, you can watch, but I just want to talk about it again and my experience with another friend. So overall, I've had 2 key friends that I really adore. Like, I adore my friends. I adore all my friends. So these 2 friends, they're like 2 key friends for me, but we are no longer like buddies like before, if I can put it that way. So for the first friend, who was actually like my real friend, and someone that I can actually call my best friend, or who I could call my best friend, we met way back in the university, but we weren't close. But some way, somehow, after university, by divine providence, we became like best friends. Well, at least for me, she was my best friend at that moment, at that period in time. And there was nothing we could not share with each other. Like, we shared practically everything with each other, like from our relationships, our fantasies. You know, as young girls, you know, you have fantasies, you have, you know, what you want in a guy, how you want your boyfriend to look like, what you want your married to look like. We used to talk about everything. Like, I mean, everything girls would talk about. And she was that person who would, you know, risk it all for me, that person who would notice that I'm broke and then would be like, Mo, do you need money? I can, you know, lend you some till you're ready to pay me back. You know, that kind of friendship where we are free with each other, like we understood each other. There was never a time where we fought. There was never a time where we fought, and both of us were beautiful. My friend, that girl, she is a beauty, like a beauty. Yeah, she's a beauty, and of course you can see I'm also a beauty. So we blended, like we were like just in sync. But some way, somehow, like I said, life happened. You know, I just talked about life happening to us as adults. So life happened to my friend, and she just walked away. She just walked away, and since then things have not remained the same. We came back together a few years ago, but still things have not been the same. So that really affected me. I wouldn't lie about it, because, you know, friendship breakup is worse than a dating breakup, or I can even say it's more painful, yeah, than, you know, like a serious relationship breakup. I actually wanted to say like a marriage breakup, but I don't know how that feels, so I don't want to delve into that realm. But I feel like friendship breakup hurts a lot. It hurts a lot. Like, it really hurts me. Like, for 5 good years, I really mourned, let me use that word, I mourned the loss of that friendship. But it's all good. We still see on social media, we still say hi to each other once in a while, but that's just life. So for the second girl that I also really liked, also a good girl, I can also classify her as a best friend. This lady, oh my goodness, she's one of the most down to earth persons I have ever met. She's giving, she's a giver, she's a great supporter, she supports everything her friends do. She's that kind of person that can give you her eyeballs so that you can see. She's that person who would, always welcome you into her home, into her life. She's very free, she's open, she has this big energy, she's, very exciting and interesting to be around. However, the time that I met this lady, this beautiful woman, was during my graduate school season. And she was just loving. She was just loving. She showed me so much love. She showed me so much love as a friend, and I was happy. I liked her. I mean, at first I was skeptical, but eventually I kind of relaxed and I accepted the love. But the thing that was the stumbling block to our friendship, or that made the friendship fall apart, was that this amazing young lady had too much expectations of me. Because she was a giver, she was a lover, she was a great support system, she expected the same from me. And at that particular point in time, I didn't quite understand the concept of reciprocity. So I blame myself for the loss of that friendship. I didn't really understand the concept of reciprocity because, she could call me like maybe 2-3 times a day, and I might miss like 2 of those calls and wouldn't, return the calls, or maybe return the calls when I found it convenient. So some of those things created issues between us. Like sometimes she would just get angry, she would keep malice with me, and then we would make up, we'll become good friends again, and same thing would happen again. So like I really didn't understand the concept of reciprocity. I mean, at that point I was still very naive. I did not know as much as I know now about reciprocity in relationships and friendships. I knew about being good to a friend, but I didn't know about, you being a giver, you being a great support, you being there for your friends, in good times, in bad times. I was just, like a regular young girl who was just out of the university, who just, got smiled upon by God, got into a fantastic graduate school, living life, spending money and all of that. So I didn't really see, friendship the way she saw it. And of course, what actually ended the relationship was that because of my lack of reciprocity at a particular point where I felt she needed me, but I wasn't available, she then went ahead to write something on social media, about friendship. And of course, I knew she was referring to me and maybe some other people. I don't know, but I, of course, attributed what she wrote on social media to me. And I'm that person that once you go on social media to discuss or to write about what you should have ordinarily discussed with me in private, I lose interest. So that was the final straw that broke the camel's back for me. So in this situation, I felt that she should have expressed her expectations to me regarding our friendship. Oh, I love this, I love this, you are not doing this, I want you to do this. If she had expressed it to me, communicated it to me, I would have been able to adjust, and I would also in return have been able to communicate my expectations to her. But unfortunately, both of us at that point weren't good communicators, and the friendship just crashed. If you eventually watch this video, young woman, I still do love you. If you ask me if I regret the loss of this friendship, oh yes, I do regret it. If you ask me if I want the friendship to be rekindled, oh yes, I'll be very happy to, because I know you're a great woman and I am also a great woman. So 2 of us, we are great women, and we can always, pull down the wall of Jericho together as friends. But that's all fine. So why am I sharing this story? I'm sharing this story because the loss of these 2 friendships impacted me greatly, not positively. That's why I call it the trauma, friendship trauma. Since then, I've sort of built a wall around me. I've not really been free to be as close to my new friends as I should. I have this barrier that I've built around me consciously and unconsciously. Sometimes I would love to go deep, to go deep with some folks, with some of my new friends, but I withdraw. Sometimes I try to step out. Sometimes I'm just like, no, I'm not stepping out. So it's really an hindrance for me. And now I'm actually desirous of building my own close circle, my own small close-knit community. I crave that close-knit community. I want to have like good friends, of course, friendship with godly women, women of class, you know, women of substance, women who know what they are worth, women of value. You know, the Proverbs said one kind of woman. I really crave relationships with that sort of woman, with that sort of Proverbs 31 woman, you know. And earlier this year, when I spoke with one of our young Black female achievers, this young lady, I really do love her as well. I love her personality. I just like her. I like her really. She talked to me, you know, one-on-one regarding how I can build this close-knit community that I actually desire. She gave me a lot of steps that I can take, you know, to meet new people, to cultivate proper and healthy friendships. One, she told me that I could make friends in church. I could, you know, attend reunions, school reunions, programs, events, get-togethers. Then to keep an open mind to meet people, because you never know who you can meet at these events, at conferences, at, you know, in school, wherever I find myself, I could meet people, but that I should keep an open mind. That has been a struggle for me, to be honest. It has been a struggle, but well, I've made up my mind that I will be attending my school reunion, the Harvard University reunion. Yeah, I went to Harvard University, yeah, about 9 years ago. And of course, we do have reunions. We have meet and greets, different states in the US. There are some meet and greets that happen maybe Friday evenings or Saturdays, or book reading, book clubs on Sundays. I'm going to be intentional, you know, about attending some of these reunions because I want to meet people. I want to build my own community. So I'm going to make an attempt. And of course, in church, I will be smiling more. I'll be more friendly, you know. I'll just make an attempt. I just want to start making an attempt to be, to build my own close-knit community and to be very intentional, you know, with my friendship or with my friends, you know, and just hope everything goes well with me. So that's it about my friendship trauma, and that is where I am today. Yeah, I don't want to go too far into what is not necessary. So yeah, speaking of young Black female achievers, the Young Black Female Achievers series is one program that I started earlier this year, and the objective of the program is to celebrate and showcase young women under 40, you know, older than 30 but younger than 40, who are very successful, who have gone through life challenges and have come out on the other side, you know, excellent and successful. And the reason I choose to celebrate and showcase this woman is because in our world today, everything is going upside down. We are losing morals, we are losing values. We are in a society where people believe that you don't have to work too hard. If you have a fine body, you have the figure eights, you know, you can use your body to achieve whatever you want to achieve. You can use your body to get the contract. You can use your body to get the good guys, to marry the best guy. You can do illegal things to make money, you know, just make money so that you can afford the luxuries of life. So people are just going through life the illegitimate way. You know, they are making money the illegitimate way. But there are still some young women out there, fantastic and amazing young women out there, who are not yet out there for the world to see. Personally, I feel like these people are the role models that we need to put out there. They are the ones that need to be out there for the world to see, so that the young ones coming after us can, you know, see that this person went the right way. She's able to show me her journey. She's able to tell me the challenges she went through, the steps she actually took to get out of the challenges where she is today, the challenges she's still facing, and how she has been able to generally put herself in a good place, and currently is building, you know, a castle for herself and generations to come after her. So those are the kind of women that I bring on the Young Black Female Achievers series. So basically, I showcase them, I celebrate them, I put their videos out there for the world to see. And the truth is that in the last edition that we did, many lives were touched. including mine. My life was touched in an amazing way. In an amazing way. I learned a lot. I learned about God. I learned about being proactive. I learned about, you know, being a go-getter. I learned about being a woman who pursues her dreams, you know, against all odds. So I learned a lot. So in 2024, I will be bringing new set of women, you know, they will be the young Black female achievers for the year 2024. And this woman will come from different fields of endeavors. So they will be sharing their life experiences so that we can all learn from their stories and of course build a better life for ourselves. So I'm excited about it, and I can't wait to have you all, you know, watch and listen to this series come next year. And of course, if you do want to sponsor this, because it's really about showing the young ones coming after us the right way to do things. So if you do want to sponsor, sponsorship is not just about dropping money. Personally, I would want sponsors who would, you know, want to be a part of the program in different ways, maybe just showing support, maybe talking about the YBFA, or also showcasing those young women on your own platforms as well. Or I don't know, you know, different people sponsor programs different ways. So if you have an idea as to how you want to sponsor, you can come to me with it, and then we can sit together to have a conversation, and yeah, we can take it from there. So the last thing I also want to talk about is about the death of Mohbad. When I heard the story of this young guy, I heard the story after he died. Before he died, I knew there was someone called Mohbad, but I didn't know who he was. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know his songs. But recently I was chatting with my sister-in-law, and my sister-in-law mentioned to me that it was the one that sang the song Taloning Opipio Popa Taloning Kopoke. So then I was like, oh, I know him. Not, you know, I don't know him based on his facial features, but I do know that there was, you know, one young Nigerian guy who sang, you know, that popular song and all of that. So after he died, and a lot of stories, videos surfaced online, for some weird reason, I just got attached to him. I got attached to his life. I found myself wanting to know more about him. I found myself wanting to know about the update regarding his autopsy, regarding his family, regarding his son, regarding his parents. I just wanted to know a lot more about him. Up to now that I'm speaking with you, I am still so much interested in his story. Like, it got so bad that personally, I do not look at coffins. I do not try to peep into coffins to see what people look like, you know, when they are in their coffins. But in this guy's case, I was very bold on social media, on a particular blog. I went myself to search, you know, to look at those pictures, to find those pictures, and I looked at him. I saw the way his head was bent in his coffin. It was just, I know, it was, yeah, it's been a challenging one for me, because I've never been so much attached to anyone in death, you know, apart from my own personal experiences. I've never been attached to anyone in death. I have never been this much, especially, you know, with regards to Mohbad. But what I just want to say, you know, about the story is that life brings us lemons. Life brings us lemons, and these I tie back to where I started from. Life comes with its ups and downs. It comes with its ups and downs. Of course, I'm sure Mohbad must have had some happy times, some great times, and unfortunately, before he passed, he had some traumatic experiences. He suffered betrayal, he suffered loss, he suffered breakups. He suffered from a lot of things. Even his health was affected. So life comes with different things. Life comes with different things. But the lesson we can learn from his life is that whatever you do, just be true to yourself. Be true to yourself. Be true to your God. Be true to your family. Be true to your craft. Be true to your career. Be true to everyone around you. Live a positive life. You know, everybody that has been talking about him, they've had 1 or 2, 3, 4, 5 positive things to say about him. I have never seen any blog to come out and say, oh, he did this before he died, being, you know, this or being that. It has just been something positive about him from start to finish. But overall, I pray that he finds justice. I pray that his wife gets the comfort that she needs at this time. I pray the son he has left behind gets the love that he needs. I pray that he's raised well. I pray that he's well nurtured. I pray that he's raised in the way of the Lord. I pray that his parents find comfort in the midst of all the chaos they are in right now. And I just pray that he gets justice, and that everyone who has one hand or the other to what led to his death is brought to book. I pray everything just goes well with his family. So guys, this is where I'll be ending to this video. I know it's a long one. Yeah, this is where I'll be ending it. Thank you guys for listening to me. Next episode will be an amazing one as well. So we see you again. It's bye from your girl, Monix. Bye.